created the earth and all living things upon it. We also learned that God created Adam and Eve in his image, united them in marriage, and commanded them to multiply and replenish the earth. Okay. Hey you. When has someone made something for you?
What do you mean?
Like made something. Like let's say, has anybody ever made any of you guys like a card, or like a gift?
Or
Yeah.
a cake.
Yeah.
Cake, anything.
Mm.
You give it to someone.
Okay. What feelings do you have for the person who made it?
Happiness.
That's right. Grateful. So.
Yeah. Okay. Another thing about the feelings is what feelings we can have for Jesus Christ and the Father for the gift of, basically the plan. So can someone please read Moses 2:1 for us?
I got it.
You got it?
And it came to pass that the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Behold, I reveal unto you concerning this heaven and this earth. Write the words which I speak. I am the beginning and the end, the Almighty God. By mine only begotten I created these things. Yea, in the beginning I created the heaven and the earth upon which thou standest.
So, who can we identify who created the earth in that sentence?
His only begotten, Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
A lot of people don't know that Jesus Christ actually created the earth under the direction of God.
Mm-hmm. What doctrine do we learn from verse 1 concerning... Oh, that's the same question.
Also Moses 2 is a translation of Genesis 1,
Yes.
the Old Testament.
Okay. Now, so in our lesson, it talks about the week of, besides the seventh day, the week of creating the earth. So, okay, Roger, you're going to look up Moses 2:2-5. Don't read it yet, though. I'm just going to give out what you guys are going to read. Marley, read Moses 2:6-8. Carla, Moses 2:9-13. I don't know your two names. I'm forgetting them right now.
Christian
Hey,
and
you.
Neu.
Hey, you. Read. What was the last one I just looked
About 14-19.
up? Okay, Moses 2:14-19, and Moses 2:20-23.
I'll just read it.
And then do you want to do?
Yeah, I'll do it also.
Now we are trying to figure out what exactly was created. Does he have his phone? Do you have your phone?
Yeah.
Can you look up? Oh.
6-8.
Did you? She gave me like
Can
three
you,
numbers.
Ian? Can you look up Moses 2:24-31?
Yeah.
Okay,
Can
awesome.
you say mine again?
20-23.
20 through 23.
So in these verses, it's telling us what was created in a certain time. So after we each read one, we're going to identify what was created in that day. So Roger, can you start?
And the earth was without form and void, and I caused darkness to come up upon the face of the deep. My spirit moved upon the face of the water, for I am God. And I, God, said, Let there be light, and there was light. I, God, saw the light, and the light was good, and I, God, divided the light from the darkness. You said to also 5 as well?
Yeah,
So
also
what?
5.
And I, God, called the light day, and the darkness I called night. And this I did by the word of my power. And it was done as I spake, and the evening and the morning were the first day.
So what do we learn from these scriptures of what was created?
Night and day.
Mm-hmm. Good job, Marley.
Okay, we're going to your turn.
And again God said, Let there be a firmament, and in the midst of the water it was so. Even as I spake, I said, Let it divide the waters from the waters, and it was done. And God made firmament, and divided the waters, yea, the great waters under the firmament of the waters which were above the firmament, even, and it was so even that as I spake. And I, God, called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day.
So what was created?
The heavens.
Okay. Read a little faster, guys. Okay. Okay. Day 3. You would 1913.
And I, God, said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and it was so. And I, God, said, let there be dry land, and it was so. And I, God, called the dry land earth, and gathering together the waters called the sea. And I, God, saw all things which I had made were good. And I, God, said, let the earth bring forth grass, and the herb yield seed. The fruit tree yield fruit after his kind, and tree yield fruit whose seed should be in self upon the earth. And it was so, even I speak. And the earth brought forth grass, every herb yield seed after his kind, and the tree yield fruit whose seed should be itself after this kind. And I, God, saw all things which I had made were good. And the evening and the morning were the third day.
Okay, so what was created then?
The land, the earth, and
Yeah.
the sea, the grass.
There you go. Okay. Alright, next.
And I, God, said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days, and for years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And I, God, made 2 great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. And the greater light was the sun, and the lesser light was the moon. And the stars also were made even according to my word. And I, God, set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth.
We can stop there because we pretty much
It's pretty
know it.
obvious. So what did it make?
Sun and the moon.
Okay.
He made them, it's important to read the part. It says he made them to appear. So he made it so that the atmosphere was visible.
Mm-hmm.
And I, God, said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl which may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. And I, God, created great whales and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And I, God, saw that all things which I had created were good. And I, God, blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters and the sea, and let fowl multiply in the earth. And the evening and the morning were the 5th day.
So what was created then?
All the living creatures.
Alright, Ian.
It's 24 to what?
31. But if
We'll probably stop
we figured it out before that, then.
And God said, let the earth bring forth a living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping things, and beasts of the earth after their kind. And it was so. And God made the beasts of the earth after their kind, the cattle after their kind, and everything which creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And God saw that all these things were good. And God said unto mine only begotten, which was with me from the beginning, let us make man in our image, after our likeness. And it was so. And God said, let them have dominion over the fishes of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. And I, God, created man in mine own image, and in the image of mine only begotten created I him. Male and female created I them. And I, God, blessed them, and said unto them, Be fruitful, and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth.
Okay, good stop. So what was basic?
Man.
Man. And keywords is that man was created in his own image, which is very important.
So, these are the 6 days. Now we talk about the 7th, because the 7th isn't yet. So we can't really talk about it, but I guess it's pretty obvious.
And our social content is mainly based on the 6th day. It's a quote. Do you want me to?
Yeah, you could just read it out.
It's a quote by Thomas S. Monson, and it says, He has a heart with which to feel compassion and love. He is real, He is living, we are His children made in His image.
Very good.
Do you want me to send it to you?
Yeah, send it to me.
Okay. Awesome.
If we have time to.
Hey, George, can you, yeah, push it